Welcome back to the channel. Out on a walk today. And a funny story for you. It wasn't funny at the time, let me tell you. So, biggest night of my career was being a massive underdog, fighting for the IBO title against Giovanni Straffon. I forget what odds I was the underdog, but not many people give me a chance for that fight. You know, biggest fight in my career at the time. At Headingley Stadium, on the undercard of Josh in his rematch with Lara. So massive fight. And at the time, my wife was about 3 weeks, maybe about 3 weeks out from our second child arriving. Yeah, and obviously, if you know pregnancies, when you're sort of 3 weeks out, it sort of could happen anytime in stressful situations, like your husband having a fight. You know, she might have been quite excited to see me get filled in. But Straffon were a dangerous puncher. He'd recently, 3 months prior, he'd come in at 2 weeks' notice and beat James Tennyson, who was a very good fighter, massive puncher. So it was my turn. And normally, I would stay in the fight hotel, but we being close to home, I didn't bother staying in fight hotel, which meant I was going to make my own way to the arena. So I spoke to Matchroom, got it arranged. I said, look, I'm going to be arriving in my own car, well, my wife's car. I gave him the reg plate so it could enter the car park of the stadium. So that's what we did. We turned up the arena, the let us through gate, security box. Now, I don't know if they'd had a bad day or what, but this is right. We'd got it cleared that my wife could come with me. I said, explained to Matchroom, my wife's heavily pregnant. We've got her a ringside seat, which they were are having, and we needed a backstage pass because I don't want her, you know, getting knocked or out like that. Which are all fine, but the message has not been passed on to security. Gets up there, security are like, right, Maxie, you're gonna have to get out of car and you're gonna have to go in by yourself. I said, well, I'm not leaving my wife with a car in here if you're not gonna let her in. And they said, well, can't do nothing about it, you need to go in that way. And I said, well, I'm not gonna leave her. And they'd arranged it, and this is right, well, you can go in together if she goes and parks right round corner. Bearing in mind, it started getting busy around entering the stadium. And so we got parked up, and you'd got your ticket, hadn't you? So she went in one entrance, heavily pregnant, and I'd got my suit, instead of using a gym bag, I used a suitcase, and I got my protector. So I'm walking, dragging my little suitcase, and anyone who's dragged the suitcase with wheels on tarmac, it makes a right racket, so everyone's looking around. And actually, one group of people looked and says, fucking hell, what's Max Hughes doing? He's fighting for the world title tonight. What's he walking in with all us for? And I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake, what am I doing here, man? Why have they done this? And then, so I didn't know where my wife had gone. I got in through the turnstiles, you know, they're going, where's your ticket? And I said, look, I've got my gym bag, got my protector on outside of my bag. So I'm fighting tonight, where do I go? And they're all like, I don't know, I've only come here to work for a day. So, great, so found my way to the changing room, and my wife, she was already waiting outside the door at changing room, beat me there, with my trainer Sean, but on the opposite side at barrier.
Yeah, Sean couldn't get in.
So Sean couldn't get in. And he's like, he's trainer at main event, he's trainer in my fight, and they weren't letting him in. Because he didn't have a wristband, so he just sparked up and had a fag. And it were a nuisance, wasn't it? It was an absolute nuisance, but eventually, you know, enough kicking off and saying, we'll pull out of fights, this and that, they let us in. But, you know, a torrid, for the biggest night of your life, it was certainly no smooth start, and it were...
I think afterwards, then, you just felt, when you were talking me through what you did, you like, feel really embarrassed.
Yeah.
I felt so stupid.
I'm walking through this snicket with my suitcase. And, yeah, you're like, what am I doing, man? I'm supposed to be fighting in an hour and a half. Let's go and get ready. Just, it just didn't work out right, did it? But
Feel like
well, it
that
worked out in the
part
end.
of your, oh, look at that little pony, remember that?
Yeah, this,
That flat beauty.
yeah,
Little version.
yeah. But yeah, so that was the crazy story of getting into the venue on the biggest night of my life. Oh, and then to top it off, obviously finishing the fight and finally doing the drug test and leaving, we was absolutely starving, and we stayed in a different hotel, McDonald's over the road, and the queue for the McDonald's it was miles and miles, wasn't it? So I said, tell you what, I'll just nip in, and my face was all marked up, put my hood off, I'll just nip in and get us a couple of burgers. And the manager went door saying, sorry mate, we're only opening drive-through. Oh, for God's sake. So we went back to the hotel, yeah, and I said, please, and they'd watched the fight, so like, oh, well done mate, well done. Says, can we order some room service, like we're starving? They went, oh, everyone's gone home, it's closed. And I think because they'd watched it and they were happy that I'd won, he says, tell you what, I'll nip in now and I'll see what's left in the kitchen, I'll knock you up some sandwiches. So come back with smoked salmon sandwiches, man. I'd have just been ham and cheese, me, but salmon sandwiches, that was his way of celebrating, wasn't it?
Fight night.
Yeah.
Fight night tales. I think you've got loads of them though.
Yeah, maybe Fight Night Tales could be a series. But if you were one of those people who saw me with my suitcase walking in, let me know. And thanks for watching.